Hello, greetings of the day. This video is about the e-signature app developed by Medcloud Software Solutions. So we're going to give you a brief demo covering all the features of e-signature app. So before I jump into the demo, let me first briefly state the high-level feature of this app. So this app is a native Salesforce app. It does not take you out of the platform like many other apps do. So and this app can be configured on contact object or any other custom object in your org. So you can configure it on multiple objects at a given time. So it sends multiple, and it can send multiple documents to user for signature. It can capture user input such as text, checkbox, initials. Once the user signs the documents, it will save the documents as an attachment on the Salesforce record. It also sends an email to the signatory as well as owner of the record with all the signed documents as an attachment, as a PDF attachment. It also tracks the signature process. So where the documents are, whether the email has been sent, whether the end user has opened the documents, they partially signed it or they completely signed it. So it captures all the process. It captures the user IP address and signature timestamp, and it supports multiple signatories on a single document. So you can do 2, 3, even more signatories on a single document. So that is basically all the features it supports. One more thing, it also lets you create your own documents. So you can create pretty complex documents using e-signature app. So, these are all the features. So let's jump into the demo. So let me first start with the contact object. Let me go to a contact. So this is a contact we have created on an account. On this you just have to go to that contact and you just have to hit request signature. So if you have multiple documents, you can choose which documents you want to send. And I'm going to go to the documents, how to create the documents, how to manage the documents in a bit. So for instance, I have only one document attached to this this record for the time being. So you just go to that document, you just go to that contact record. So after selecting the document, you just press request signature and it will send an email to that contact. Make sure that the email ID is captured on the record. So I will now go to my email just to show you the link. So here I received an email with the link. So if user clicks on the link, it will open the document that has been sent for signature. So on the left hand side, we see the list of the documents. Right now we only have one document. So here, this is the email the user will receive. And you see that this is, the dynamic information is captured as well. The name of the user, the address of the user on the record will also be captured. This is, and I will show you in a bit. This is just like mail merge. We can pull the data from Salesforce onto the documents we send to the users. So user can either choose to select the default signature, or they can just sign it the way they want it. So I am on computer right now, but on iPad or iPhone or any smart device, you can sign it with your finger as well, or the pen. So I'll just sign it and save the document. So and there is one more thing which I forgot to mention here, is that once you send the document for signature, there is a little record signature master is created in the related list. You go to that signature master record, you can see you can see the progress of the document. So right now the user has signed it, so everything is green. But in the next document, I will show you that this will be, based on where the document is, we will see this progress bar. So once the user sign it, the document will be attached here. And if you open it, you can see the signed document. So here is the document that was signed. Also, it sends an email to the user with the documents as an attachment. So this email, you signed the below attached document recently. So if you open it, you can see the document is signed by the user, and the signature is captured. Now let me show you how these documents are created. So I'll go to the documents have to be attached to the account object, and the record where you want to send the documents should be associated with the account object. So it can be a master detail or a lookup relationship with the account object. So I'll go to the account object, and we have created this account, Medcloud Software Solutions. There's a lot of information in this, but so once you scroll down, you see documents for signature. You click new document, and it provides you, if there is a really complex document, you can create a VF document as well and attach to it. But configurable components, so most of your documents can be configured. You don't have to create a Visualforce page or web pages for it. So you click next. It will open up this little window. And I have a document, this little complex document. We use it internally in our organization. So this document, if you look at it, this documents have a few checkboxes. They want, we want user to click. We want to capture that. Some more checkboxes. There is a input text we want the user to input, and maybe we say, okay, this section of the document users should provide their initial. So I'll you just copy paste your document, whatever you want to send to the user for signature, and just paste it here. Okay, you can center align it. So this is a document editor. You can center align it, and for instance, let me say instead of 4 checkboxes, I have only 2 checkboxes, and the patient signature will automatically come. And for instance, you want these as checkboxes, so you just go here and say, okay, checkbox. So checkbox, and say checkbox. So, it is so easy to create a checkbox. Just select the text and hit the checkbox button. So similarly, for instance, I want this to be, user to provide an initial on this. So I'll just go here and say, okay, initial. So this will come as an initial, and this one I want to capture as, as an input from the user. So I'll just go and select this field and say form field, and this will come as an input. And I will name the document patient waiver form. Order, I already have one document, so I'll want this to be number 2 document, and target object is where we want this document. So we want it on contact object. So as I said, you can have multiple objects, you can configure it. So for instance, right now I've configured it on 2 objects, contact and patient. So I see 2 in the drop down. So once you do it, just save the document. Okay, and then go back to that contact record. Okay, now hit select document to select the newly created document which you want to send to the user. Hit save, and here just hit on request signature. Mail I received. So I click on this link. So I already signed one document. So you see the document, one document was already signed. So I'll click on the second document which I have to sign. So you see the checkboxes are already coming. I will initial this document, and these two checkboxes I say okay, and I say okay, $200 we want to capture, we want a waiver, and I'll just use the default signature and hit save. Okay, so once we hit save, the document will automatically get associated with the record. You go to this little signature master and you will see the documents attached. This is the user IP address, and this is the timestamp when the documents were signed, and this is the bar which says okay, the signing process has been complete. Also, after signature, as earlier, you will get the documents as an attachment. So now we see all the documents are signed. So same thing can be done on a custom object. So in our org, we have a patient as a custom object, and we created a patient Paula Schultz. I will go ahead and select the documents which I want to send, and I have both the documents selected. I will then add an additional signatory. So I want multiple people to sign these documents. So I'll click on the additional signatory, and here this is a new contact I created within and added my Yahoo email ID. So I will select this. So after Paula, Viren is going to get these documents for signature. I'll just hit request signature. So I'll go to my email ID, and here is the email I received. I click on this, and I'll quickly sign these documents because we have gone through this process. I'll put 100 here and use the default signature. Okay, once this user signs it, another signatory is going to get the email. Okay, here's the email the counter signatory received, and you click on the link and you see both the documents here signed by Paula. So you can use the default signature or you can sign in. Use the default here, and once both the signatories signs it, both of them are going to receive an email with signed documents as a PDF attachment. So here's the email with signed documents. So if I open it, both the signatory have signed the documents. Similarly, the other one as well. Both of them have signed these documents. So this is, overall functionality of e-signature app. So just to recap, you can capture signature digitally. You can create your own documents, capture user input in form of text field, checkbox. You can ask the user to initialize certain section of the document. You can track the IP address from where it is signed, the timestamp. You get signed documents as PDF attachments. You can, you can capture the data from Salesforce into the documents. You can also send these documents to multiple signatories for signing. So that covers all the functionality of e-signature app. Thank you very much.